Shalom, shalom, brother Aaron, Roy Regime of Yahushua. And first and foremost, we're going to give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Rakakadash. And today's lesson I titled This is family business, not a 9 to 5. This is family business, not a 9 to 5. Meaning when the Most High woke us up, called us into this ministry of truth, okay, specifically us as teachers and leaders, okay, who gave the gift to prophesy, break down, teach these precepts, dark sayings, and scriptures, we must take this seriously, okay, with all our might, everything within us, okay? It's the family business. The Lord woke us up into this spiritual family, this spiritual family of mystery, dark sayings, and revelations, the understanding of his word, okay? Also what? To bring forth righteous fruit, okay? Wake up other brothers and sisters that's part of this spiritual family. Okay, so that's not a light thing. We cannot take that lightly. The Most High entrusted us in this ministry. He entrusted us with this word. Okay, we have to make sure we're producing and bringing in that righteous fruit unto the Most High. Okay, else we're held very accountable. Okay, and at the Lord's coming, he's going to require those talents, those gifts, those things that he's given his men. We're going to have to account for that. All right, so it's a very, very seriously thing. This is family business, not a 9 to 5. You can have step on a 9 to 5, your regular job, your regular career. Okay, that's one thing. You deal with those consequences. But when it comes to the work and the ministry of the Most High, there's no half stepping. All right, let's start off. Let me start off with let's get Ephesians 4. I guess Ephesians 4:1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. All right, so walking worthy of the vocation. A vocation is what? Like a job, your career, occupation. Okay, so the Lord is saying that we have to walk worthy of the vocation. This is the highest level of calling that you could possibly be called. When the Most High chose you, okay, woke you up into this truth, that is no higher form of calling than that. Okay, I know elected official on this earth can trump that. All right, so we have to make sure we're walking worthy of that vocation. Okay, doing the things that the Lord require, walking according to this word. Okay, giving it our all. Let me get 1 Timothy 4:5. 2 Timothy, Salakia, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. See that? Part of that is what? Doing the work of an evangelist, okay? Evangelizing, prophesying, teaching his word, these scriptures, breaking it down the way it's really meant to be broke down. Okay, making full proof of thy ministry, not half stepping it, doing everything to the best of your ability with the Most High put up in you. All right, let me get Romans 12:12. One moment, let me see what it said. Okay, this is kind of going into some of the different gifts through the Spirit. But for example, let me pick it up at verse. I'm going to pick it up around verse 4. For we as many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. So we being many are one body in Yahushua, and every one members of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministry. Or he that teacheth on teaching, or extortion on extortion, He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, and he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Okay, so the point here, whatever the Lord is called to giving you, whatever talents or gift you got within the ministry, you do it to the best of your ability. Okay, it's just giving different examples. Those are ministry. Or wait on your ministry till the Lord increase you. Okay, to exhort a brother and sister. That's what you do. Whatever that gift, whatever talent that the Most High entrusted in you, the part of this ministry, this body, okay, you do it to the very best of your ability. Let's get 1 Corinthians 4 and 2. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. See, that steward to what? A steward is somebody who's been entrusted to the stewardship of something. Something's been turned over to you. Okay, if you've been entrusted with something, that would be this ministry. Okay, this gospel, these precepts. Okay, how you be a faithful steward. Okay, let's get another precept on that. Matter of fact, First Peter 5 and 1 is a good one. The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Yahushua, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of Yahweh, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. So all this is being what? Going into faithful over your stewardship. Okay, whatever the Lord entrusted you, especially in the position of a teacher, a leader, okay? The Lord put you in this position by giving you this understanding. You've been entrusted to make sure you guide the flock properly. Okay, as well as a shepherd under Yahushua himself, you making sure you leading the flock the proper way. Okay, not by constraint, not because you feel like, okay, well, I really don't want to do this. I don't feel like making a video. I don't feel like going on the street prophesying. I don't feel like teaching that, but I'm gonna just do it just to do it. Nah, the Lord is not. That's not a proper sacrifice unto the Lord. Okay, we don't do it with constraint. You do it because what? The Lord is freely. You should be joyful to serve the Lord. Just like when it comes to other things, okay? You're going to bless somebody or give. The Lord don't. You do it grudgingly, okay? You want to help somebody or teach somebody or give grudgingly, okay? The Lord does not accept that. That's not a proper sacrifice, okay? Your heart, mind, and soul has to be in it, okay? You're working unto the Lord, not unto man, okay? So it's the same concept. All this goes into being that faithful steward. Okay. Let me finish verse 2. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but readiness of mind, not for money, not for what you could get out of it. Remember, the prophet, the minister is what he's sent to what? Serve the people. Yahushua said himself, okay, I'm the son of man and come to be served, but to serve. Okay, it's about what you can do, how you could bless and build the body of Yahushua, not what you could get for yourself. Our reward as servants comes later in the kingdom. All right, verse 3. Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that faded not away. See that? Who is the chief shepherd? Okay, that's Yahushua. When he returned, then we'll receive that reward, that crown of glory. But until then, we have to make sure what the Lord has entrusted us with, what we're doing it to what? Serve, guide, lead the flock, serve the people. That's what it's about. Not what you see in these plantation Christian churches and stuff in the world. Gimme, how much the pastor could. No, it's not about that. You got to govern and watch over the souls of to shepherd the souls of the people. All right. Matter of fact, let me get Luke 2 and 49. Okay, because Yahushua himself understood what the family business is about. It's not a 9 to 5. This is about doing the Lord's work. I'm going to start at 47. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou this dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I sought thee sorrowing. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business? So this is when they went up Jerusalem, the backstory on it. Okay, they had went up and Yahweh Shai basically got lost, or they left his parents, Mary and Joseph, left him behind. So they went back looking for him. So when they found him, he was in there basically talking amongst some of the other scribes and Pharisees, a lot of the elderly. And they were surprised at how much wisdom he had. So his mom is like, where you been? We've been sobbing, looking all over for you. What did he respond and tell his mother? Basically, woman, don't you understand that I must be about my father's business, talking about the work of the Lord, okay? What the Most High sent him to do on his mission, to be that eternal sacrificial lamb for the nation of Yasha'Allah. See, he understood that, and that's the same formula, the mindset that we come in today, okay? Everything else outside of the work of the Lord comes second, okay? Including your own life, your personal life, your own family, your own 9 to 5, everything comes second to the work of the Lord. Okay, now the Lord is about balance. That's not saying you be irresponsible. We supposed to forsake every other thing. No, the Lord is a God of balance. He's about fair and just balance. Okay, Proverbs 11:1 lets us know that. But at the same time, that balance is priority. Okay, that number one thing on the priority list is what? Making sure the work of the Lord, what the Lord called us to do. That's the number one job. Okay, that's the family business. All right. Let's see. Also, St. John 15:16. Just showing what that family business entails, which we were really called and sent here to do. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. And whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he may give it you. Okay, and what is that fruit that the Most High called and chose us to do? That's to what? Bring other members into the body. Like he told the disciples, I make you fishers of men. The fruit we're supposed to be producing and bringing unto the Lord is waking up other believers. Okay, how do we do that? By utilizing, teaching this gospel if he gave it to us, utilizing the gifts that the Most High gave us to what? Produce and bring forth other righteous fruit into the family business. All right, let's get 1 Corinthians 3:9. I'll go ahead. Y'all start at 9, then I'll go back up. For we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are Yahweh's husbandry. Ye are Yahweh's building. According to the grace of Yahweh which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builded thereon. Let every man take heed how he builded upon. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So when you go back to verse 9, for we are laborers together with the Most High, we co-workers together with the Most High. Okay, he's that ultimate headstone, but with everybody who makes up this family business, we all of one accord. One body, one spirit, okay, one mind. We all working to do the same thing, build that spiritual temple of the Lord's spiritual building, the house of David in these last days. Okay, utilizing our different God-given abilities and gifts, all to what? Make up the building of the Lord's temple. So we're co-workers or co-laborers with the Most High in this sense. All right, let me jump up to verse 6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. See that? This is what it means to be co-laborers or co-workers together in the Lord's family business. See, I have planted, Apollos watered, but Yahweh give it the increase. So we work together. One man planted, okay, that's the seed. What is the seed? The word. You doing your part what the Lord gave you as a teacher, prophet, you speaking the word, okay, to the people. After the word is spoken, it may not take effect or spring forth right there, but what? That's sowing the seed. Apollos watered. Okay, so Paul sowed the seed, Apollos watered. What is watering the seed? That's the same seed, the same word that was sowed. Another brother come along, what? He water it. He come along later down the line, speaking the same gospel, breaking down the same precepts, teaching the Bible right. The same seed that was originally sowed, what he's confirming it by watering it. Okay, like the Lord say, about a mouth of two or more witnesses, let every matter be established. So that's the example of one comes along, the seed is planted. Another brother come along, what is being watered. But look who's ultimately responsible for causing that harvest to spring up, for causing that understanding, for quickening your spirit, and to really, really receiving this truth. It says the Most High gives the increase. Okay, that's really the one responsible for opening or enlightening the eyes of our understanding. Okay, quick precept on there just to show you. We all work together, but ultimately the Most High is the one who gives that increase. I'm St. John 6:63. Let me get that. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay, so you quicken through the spirit of the Lord. Also, Ephesians 1:17. Let me start at 16. Cease not to give thanks for you, making mention of you in my prayers, that the Most High, the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. See that? So Yahushua himself is the one who's going to ultimately give you that increase, that knowledge, that revelation. That the eyes of your, verse 18, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, and what is the riches of the glory of the inheritance in the saints, and what is the exceedingly greatness of his power towards us who believe, according to the working of his mighty power. Okay, so this is what the family business is about. It's about building up the body, okay? The house of David, the body of the Lord, through what? Through the Holy Scriptures, through the Spirit, by what? Teaching the same words, okay? One accord, okay? That's why the Lord said, I'll gather them through the Spirit. My sheep hear my voice, okay? Many, many precepts on that. Romans 8:16. Okay, the Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are children of the living God. Okay, so this is how that temple is being built. When the proper teaching is going out, those who are of the Lord's family business, the house of David, by the Spirit, what they all able to hear and relate. Okay, this is how we know who's really a part of the family business. All right, let's get Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Okay, because like we say, you cannot half step the Lord's business. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where thou goest. Okay, so whatever thy hand findeth to do, this is still going into what? Doing work of the Lord. Whatever the Lord called you to do, whatever you do it with all your might. Okay? Not being lazy, not, oh man, how many people, like the enemy all try to discourage us in our flesh, okay? Even when it come to making these videos sometimes. But damn, ain't nobody gonna listen anyway. Ain't nobody watching it anyway. Going out on the street prophesying. It's too cold, it's too hot. Ain't nobody trying to hear this. Okay, no, that ain't what the Lord said. Lord, hey, even you, hey, prophesy to the wind. Speak my word. Speak my word. He's gonna gather them according to my spirit. Okay, you be obedient and give your all unto the Lord. Okay, this is what it's saying. Whatever your hand find to do, you do it with all your might. Let me get Colossians 3:23. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as unto the Lord. See that? And not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, and ye serve the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Okay, so just like it's the Lord who called us into the family business, it's the Lord who's going to reward us at the end. So whatever it is, always remember, we're not doing it unto man, we're doing it unto the Most High himself. Okay, so remember that when the time discouraged, like I said, all of our flesh gets discouraged. Okay, I've been doing this long, man. This should be more people should be taking heed. More people should be hearkening. Okay, why people hate this? People not trying to hear it. No, don't worry about all of that. Keep doing what the Most High say at the end where you get your just reward. All right? Hebrews, what is that? 10 and 6. Hold on, let me see. Maybe it's 6 and 10. I think I got it the other way around. Yeah, Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. See that? And why is it labor? Because that's what we working on. This is what the family business is about. This is work. This is spiritual labor. Okay, we're working to build up the temple of the Lord. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister. See that? So that labor of love, that work in the family business is to what? Minister to the saints. We're building the Lord's temple. Okay, another quick precept, Ephesians 4:12. Let me start it. I'm going to start at 9. Ephesians 4:9. Now that he ascended, what is it but he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all the heavens, that he might fulfill all things, and gave some apostles, see that, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors, and some teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, see that, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahweh Shah. So that's what the Lord all awakened, quickened, and called us into the family business to do. It's for the ministry, the building of the body, the edification of the saints. Verse 13, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, into a perfect man, into the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahweh Shah. Okay, so this is what this family business is about. We're building up the family of the Lord. Okay, the spiritual labor. Let's see what else. Let's get Sirach and Apocrypha. This is Ecclesiasticus 43 and 30. When ye glorify the Most High, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he for exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength. See that? And be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. So what it's saying, when you exalt the Lord, same thing we read Colossians 3:23. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 9 and 10. Do it with all your might. When you exalt the Lord, you do the work of the Lord. Whatever the Lord did, whatever he gave you and entrusted into you, whatever that gifts or talents that the Lord gave you to further the ministry, to build that spiritual temple, to build the body, okay, you can't go further enough. You exhaust all of that. With all your might, you do utilize with the Lord. That's making a full proof of your ministry. Okay, that's that entrust, that stewardship that's been entrusted into us. That's what it's about, being faithful over that stewardship. You giving it everything you got, then more. Understanding when you give it all you got, you can never go far enough for the Lord. Okay, like we said before, everything is balanced. That don't mean for just neglect. Be irresponsible and neglect your life and everything else you got going, but you always put everything in the proper priority. Okay, and that's the family business first. That's the work of the Lord. Like Yahweh Shai even told his mother, woman, don't you understand? I must be about my father's business. Okay, everything else falls under that. And in fact, that's the way the Lord set it up. See, a lot of people don't understand that, but when you do it that way, the Lord puts everything else in order. You make the Most High priority, then all those other things you got that comes under that, he's going to make sure it gets done. Okay, matter of fact, quick precept on that. What is that? Let me get Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So most of the other things in our life that we worry, whether it's, money, careers, whatever, a lot of these things that the Lord is saying, focus on the work of the Lord. Take care of the family business, the kingdom first and his righteousness. Then everything else that you think about or in the natural, the Lord already got that. Okay, take care of the Lord business, he take care of you. All right, another quick precept, Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Most High, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. See that? How do you delight yourself in the Lord? By taking care of his business. Okay, doing the work of the Lord. Okay, taking care of the family business first. All right, then the Lord give you the desires of your heart. All right, let's get let's see. Let's get 1 Corinthians 15:58. Let me grab that. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. See that? The Lord sees everything, all the work, the diligence, the effort that you put in, the Lord see that. Whatever the Lord entrusted you, do everything you got, okay? Know that your labor is not in vain. See, people look in the natural, well, hell, I go to work, my 9 to 5, I'm getting a check for that. I can see the reward. I get a salary, I get bonus, I get this, my own business. Okay, I'm getting all these accolades, all these little things that I can physically see right now, tangible, that's benefiting me right now. But what you think the Lord mean when he say store up for yourself, not treasure on earth, but treasures in heaven? But neither moth, rust, thieves break in and steal. That's what that's talking about. That's the spiritual labor, the labor that you put in right now, the work that you putting in for the Lord, you building up all that spiritual treasure. It's like a spiritual bank card, debit card. Every time you getting a credit. Every time you do the Lord's work, what? Spiritual credit. Credit added, credit added, credit added. Because what we're going to need that. In the time to come, that's what the Lord is going to look at. See? Jacob's trouble and all the times we coming in, the Lord going to look back, okay, what did you do for me? See? Was you obedient to me? See, that's what he's going to pull from. Okay, all those righteous works and things, you just like in the world of the plantation Christian church, they say, well, you don't need no work. All through faith. That's the biggest lie that the devil ever told. No, you're not redeemed, justified through your works, but no, the Lord does consider. That's what we reading out through this Bible. Know that your labor is not in vain. Okay, the Lord will remember those righteous works and things of that nature. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Do the work of the Lord, take care of the family business, and what we're building up that spiritual treasure for when we really, really need it. All right. Let's see where else we can go. Let's go ahead and let's get Matthew 9:37. Then said unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. What is the harvest? The harvest are the souls that needs to be a part of the family business. Those righteous fruit that the Lord wants us to bring back to people. Okay, the elect, let me say it that way. The elect, those who the Lord intend to be sealed with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, that's the harvest. He's saying the harvest plenty. It's plenty people need to hear the gospel, need to be sealed. Many souls need to be sealed. But what? The laborers are few. The laborers are going back. What? Those are the workers, the spiritual workers, the ministers, the teachers, all those who the Lord entrusted that stewardship to. Okay, that's lacking. All right. Verse 28. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his vineyard. See that? That should be our prayer. Lord, send more righteous laborers. Okay, righteous laborers to preach your word the correct way. Give the proper understanding. See, the world is full of Satan's ministers. It's going to always be more worldly ministers to preach the gospel of this world. See, that's what the masses could cling to. That's the world-friendly gospel. It sounds good and all of these things, but no, that's not the pure gospel. See, so that's what we're praying for. The Lord will raise up more stewards, more servants, more laborers into his vineyard. All right. Let's see what else. Let me go here and grab this Acts 6:1. This is also going back into the priority of the family business. It's always about the Lord's work take priority over everything else. See, even the disciples at jobs are 9 to 5s, and that's what we're taking a look at now. But even amongst their jobs, you're going to see that, okay, they had to have a meeting, say, no, we're going to put the Lord's work first. All right, so this is Acts 6:1. And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews, because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. And the 12 called the multitude of the disciples unto them and said, it is not reason that we should leave the word of the Most High to serve tables. So the Grecians start to complain, and part of some of their jobs was to help assist some of these widows and things of the Grecians. Okay, so that was lacking. So their regular jobs on the 9 to 5, they were getting complaints, hey, this is not getting done. Okay, this is lacking. So what they did, they called a meeting amongst themselves. And they said, well, look, it's not reason that we're going to let the Most High's work lack. We know our first calling, our first job is what? This family business, this spiritual ministry that we've been called into. That's not going to lack. We're not going to take away from that. Okay, verse 3. Wherefore, brethren, look ye out among you 7 men of honest report, full of the Holy Ghost and wisdom, whom we may appoint over this business. But we will give ourselves continually to prayer and to the ministry of the word. See that? So the conclusion, even though they were getting complaints on their regular 9 to 5, they got together, they say, look, we're going to get us someone that can be more dedicated or committed to this regular 9 to 5, but we, the ones who the Lord really called and woke up and entrusted us with this stewardship, we're going to make sure we give ourselves continually to prayer, to the ministry of the Lord, showing you what? They understood priority. They understood the family business takes priority first over everything. See? And therefore, I'm quite sure the Lord worked the thing out for them. All right. Let's grab 1 Corinthians 16 and 15. Because see, if you think about it, just being real, that's something every day, okay? In this truth, okay, the Lord especially, the Lord called us to, teach, prophesy, things of that nature. That's something we really go through, deal with, especially the time we living in there. It's taking, we battle inflation, okay, dollar on the verge of falling, so prices is through the roof, times harder to make it than ever. So, a lot of times it requires more you got to work more hours, even your side business or whatever, you got to try to hustle more on this. A lot of things in this natural that could distract us, or you have every excuse to say, well, look, I got to work. I got to get this money. What I got to eat, family. It's a lot of, we get it. In the natural, so you have a lot of excuses. But when you understand this spiritually, you really understand the way the Most High work through this word, this is what he's trying to show us. No, don't let that distract you. You commit everything, all your energy, all your might, give that to the Most High first. Okay, just like in the world, okay, I don't want to get too far off topic, but that's just like our people in the world. We would have a lot better relationships and marriages if everything was done according to the order of the Lord. Even amongst our wives, the same way a lot of our women in today's society, if they put forth the same energy they serve Esau with on their 9 to 5, their jobs, if they just committed that to the household first, the husbands and things of that nature, it'll be a whole lot better stable marriages and families. All right. So it's the concept is what? Put the word, whatever thus says the Lord, start focusing on that first. Make that priority first. Then what? When you do that, all that other stuff just falls in order. That's what we're showing you, okay? But it's family business first. What we call 1 Corinthians 16:15. I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, and it is the first fruits, the Raka, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. Now, what did it say? They addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. To be addicted to something, you see that? That's the mentality or the attitude. That's the spirit we want to have on us. If you got to be addicted to something, you're going to be a fiend or have a habit for something, you want it to be for this word, for the ministry of the Lord. Okay, just like in the world, they got AA meetings and things, or Alcohol Anonymous, or certain drug heads or whatever that need help trying to get off of certain addictions. One of the first things they do is they tell them, introduce themselves or whatever. Hi, my name is James. I'm an alcoholic. Okay, you want the same concept with this truth when it comes to the work of the Lord. Hi, my name is Aaron. I have a problem. Okay, my problem is I'm addicted to the work of the Lord. I'm addicted to this Bible. I'm addicted to see. That's what this is a concept. This is what we see into the scripture. You want all your effort, your might, your spirit, your energy, everything. Okay, you can't put the word down. You what the scripture tells us, meditate on there day and night. See, that's an addiction. That's a healthy addiction. See, that's what we want to be. But what is that showing you? What? That's putting the family business first. You putting the Lord's work first above everything else. All right. Let me read again. Let me go to verse 16. That ye submit yourselves unto such, and to everyone that helpeth with us and laboreth. Notice that word labor keep coming up. What is labor? Okay. This is showing you laboring for the Lord. When you put the work of the Lord first, that's labor. The Lord's seeing that labor, just like in the natural. You go to your 9 to 5, your career, okay? You work. What is a way? They compensate you for what you done. Okay, well, this is what we're showing you, okay? The Lord will compensate those servants, his ministers, okay? This is why, like, as always a saying, like, okay, you, what they say in the world, like a preacher or something, you a man of the cloth, you basically took a vile poverty. Okay, well, just showing you it normally in the natural, you don't get your reward on this side. Okay, now, we obviously know the majority, what you see out today, you got a whole lot of crooked pastors who swindling the people, doing everything that we read earlier that the shepherds shouldn't do, becoming lords over the people for money and extorting them and things of that nature. Yeah, they got their consolation on this side. They living high on the horse and all those things right now, but they're going to pay for it later. We want to fall on the side. No, I don't care about nothing else. Okay, I claim to know nothing but Yahushua only. Focus on the work to the best of my ability, what he gave me. Then guess what? You might sacrifice the lack now, but what? In the kingdom, you get your reward. See, the world inflicted taught everybody the other way around. Oh, the Lord wants you to, he wants you to have all this now. And they think teach prosperity means financially and all of those things. No. The Lord, what? Above all, your soul, your spirit prospers. And then when that time comes, that's part of the reward. Okay, that rulership. All those things that you desire, that comes later. Okay, but for now, we committed to what? The family business. Let me see. I guess we could close it out now. I had one or two. Well, I guess I get Matthew 20 real quick. This is a quick parable or whatever. We'll close out on this one. Matthew 20:1. All right. For the kingdom of heaven is likened to a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. Now, remember, the laborers are what? Those of us what? Who doing the work, who the Lord entrust, that stewardship, your teachers, your prophet, okay? The one who hired them, which we're going to see, that's going to be the Lord himself. Verse 2. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. The penny represents what? That's the reward. That's salvation. That's the kingdom. That's what the Lord gives at his return, at his coming. That's what he's going to reward his laborers, his bride with. Okay, so that represents the kingdom of salvation. Verse 3. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. So the third hour, as we're going to see, these represent different dispensations of times and when the Lord woke us up. Okay, some he called in the third hour. Okay, the third hour, what would be considered earlier. Okay, so years ago at a certain period of point of time, he awoken some of them up. What? I'm waking you up to what? Go be a fisher of men. Go bring me righteous fruit. I'm giving you my understanding, my gift. What? To bring forth other members into the family business. Verse 4. And he said unto them, Go into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again, he went out at the sixth hour and did likewise. So the third hour, the sixth hour represents what? Same thing, different dispensation of time. So a little bit later on, at the sixth hour, he did the same thing. He's calling more to go work into his vineyard. Verse 6. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all day idle? Now, you know what the idol represents. The idol is before the Lord awoke us up, before the Lord called us into this truth, before he gave us his understanding, we were all idle, going the ways of this world. Okay, our minds, our spiritual minds and eyes and ears were blinded. They were darkened. We didn't know the truth. Everything we came up in this world, when we were raised, we were taught, we thought that was the way. Plantation Christianity, or whether it be some of us might have grew up in the streets, you run in the streets, or whatever philosophies or ways of this world that you were born into, that represents you being idle before the Lord called you into the faith. All right. Verse 7. And they said unto him, Because no man hired us, he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right ye shall receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came, they were hired about the 11th hour. They received every man a penny. But when the first came and supposed that they should receive more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, These last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden of the heat of the day. But he said unto one of them, and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto thee this last, even as unto thee. For it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own. Is thy eye evil because I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. For many shall be called, but few shall be chosen. So when it was time for them to receive the reward, their hire, the ones that were hired early, they had a problem with the ones that were hired in the 11th hour, saying, we've been doing the work. Remember, the labor is you doing the work. Okay, we've been teaching, we've been doing this, we've been sacrificing our time, our lives for the work of the Lord, working in this spiritual vineyard all this time. And you mean to tell me we get the same penny as the ones who just got hired on in the 11th hour? Okay, so the Lord told them, look, did not you agree for a penny? Okay, don't get caught up into like the world. You're looking at the next person. And this and that. Well, I've been in this truth 10, 15, 20 years. The Lord just woke them up. They get the same. You see what the Lord doing for somebody else, whether it be the understanding he giving them or, nah, don't worry about that. Focus on what the Most High is giving you. Do that to the very best of your ability. Okay, because we all, where do we go here? Just to show you, we all working for the same penny. And what is that penny? Okay, the kingdom. At the end of the day, that's what we agreed to. Okay, we do this truth, we do the work of the Lord. If we found worthy at his coming, what is going to be that reward? That crown of salvation, which is what? That's the penny. That's the penny to getting the joint heirs with our Lord. All right, so that's what we're focusing on. Not getting caught up, not getting sidetracked or distracted, worried about the next man or anything else. Focus on what the Lord called us to do. Okay, for we all running that spiritual race. Okay, but we all agreed to the terms of the spiritual contract. We doing the work of the Lord. At the end, we get our victory, our reward, which is that penny, the kingdom. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out on that one or whatever. But that's the whole point, okay? The family business, okay? That means that's the work of the Lord, okay? So put forth everything. Don't get discouraged. I know it get hard sometimes. You got a lot, like we said in the lesson, so there's a lot going on right now, okay? There's a lot of other things people want to do. No, that's what the Lord meant say, deny yourself. No man word of me, so he can deny himself, take up his cross and follow me, roughly paraphrasing. But that's what that's talking about. Whatever hand stuff life gave you, that's what you deal with. But what? That still does not affect the work of the Lord. Put the Lord's work first, and the Lord got us. All right, so once again, that's been family business, not a 9 to 5. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. And until next time, we're going to say shalom. We out.